Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey. And yeah, I feel like working on this right now. I really want to get this one done. And I keep procrastinating because look at the ends. There's so many ends on the two of them. This one's getting almost there. We're almost there on this one. Like this stuff I'm just going to glue down with the fabric glue, but I do want to work them in. I am going to try the technique that a viewer has suggested. Thank you again. I do need to look up your name and thank you properly. I'm going to do that in a moment, but that is such a good idea, and I'm going to try that, and I appreciate your feedback. It helps out because, you know, we're all learning. I'm still learning a lot of techniques that I'd never heard of before, or trying new things. I am totally open to that because I love learning new things, and I love trying new techniques, and let's fool around and see what works and what doesn't work. Anyhow, I'm really glad you're here today. Let's get weaving in some ends. I didn't realize I had so many comments. I am so sorry. I'm so behind on there. Like, wow. All the way back to about my birthday. I apologize. I will be fixing that. I am so bad about that. I totally forget sometimes to text people back even. So, the person that suggested that I split the 4-ply yarn into 2 strands and then split it and sew it together was Identity Quandary. Thank you so much. Your comment came through 3 weeks ago, and I have been really thinking about it since, and I do appreciate the feedback. So thank you, Identity Quandary. Really appreciate your input, and I love your idea. Okay, so something else I saw recently that caught my eye was one of these. Okay, I've got kids, so I got a lot of these around the house. Pop. See this bad boy? It is a hot mess. This thing has not made it very well. It is crunched, and I really don't trust that it's going to last. I don't want to take it out of the house. I can't take my needles anywhere. See, this is like totally breaking. I really need this one out of here as much as I love having it. But apparently, if you do this, oh my gosh, this is fabulous. I get these all the time, and this one has really, really needed to go for a while, so I am getting rid of this. And this is perfect. Give it a little pop out because it already has a little bit of damage, but believe me, I have a few of these around. And now I can safely, I'm going to go with a bigger one. Perfect. That is so perfect. This is just a tiny little bubble wand that my kids like to play with. And I emptied this out, cleaned it out last week, meant to put it in a video to show that this is what I was doing with it. And I'm very happy with that already. Oh, that's amazing. So much better. Now, we're going to try separating the plies. So, Quandary, I'm just going to call you Quandary if that's okay, or Identity. Do you want to be Identity? Identity Quandary suggested doing this. So, separating them into 2 sets of 2 strands. Now, I'm going to put this side in here, and we're just going to see about through. Okay, we're going to go under, over, and go around in here, go up in here, down in there. Okay. Going to do that. And she says, into 2 strands of 2, reset one with a needle, but close to the first 2, overhand knot 2 or 3. That sounds pretty good. So we're going to go through there. I do want to run it through a little bit, but I definitely would love to knot them together, so that's probably going to hold it a whole lot better than any of the other options I've come across. I hope. To make sure it's not coming through on the other side, because I have done that by accident before. So I ran it that way. Now this one, I'm going to go around here. We're going to knot those, because I think this is going to be a much superior way to do this for this situation. I don't know if so much for some of the clothing, unless I can really hide it. Because I know when I make stuff for the kids, they're always picking at anything they can find in there, so I have to be very careful. And they can be really rough on things, and being able to wash it is another important part of it. So we're going to go like that. Then I'm going to go up through just a little bit of that. Come on. Find a spot here to go through, just through the back end here. I don't want to go to the front. Wow, I think this is going to work out really well. Let's see here. Can I feel the knot? No, I can't feel that knot. Because this is going to be a pillow, and I want to be sure that it's going to be comfortable, because sometimes my husband is a little bit like the Princess and the Pea. If he feels it, he won't be comfortable with it, and he'll be very upset, because he's waiting patiently for this one to be ready for him. I do like this one a lot. This was a lot of hard work. A lot of frogging. I tell you, this one was my most intense one yet. And I have a few that I want to do that are going to probably be even harder to do. So that's exciting. I'm always up for a challenge, right? I mean, sometimes I just want to have a simple day. But the most of the time I want to see something new. I want to try something different. I'm going to knot it here too. Just because she said 2 or 3 knots. And then that should probably cover that one. I don't think I have to do much more, because I don't see that coming out. Right? That feels very secure. And then I don't have to worry about the ends so bad. I'll just make sure it's not pulling. Because I don't want to have it be like pulling the stitching and all that together. Like, you know, you do a knot and it's just like kind of misshapen. So we got to be careful of that too. That's the other thing. I've always been thinking about this for a while. As you can tell, for 3 weeks. Yeah, it has been on my mind since that popped up. And I was like, wow, that is a brilliant idea. I really should be working on that. Figuring out how to do this. So far, that seems to be pretty reasonable. I am not going to complain about that at all. So, pull these ones apart, hopefully. These 2 here, and then I can go like that. Do a double knot. I think 2 here because it's shorter, where that one had so much. And then I can go like that. I mean, technically I don't really have to glue down the ends per se, but at the same time I'm also kind of worried they're going to come out eventually, washing it and stuff, because I know I'll have to wash it. Yeah, I kind of like these knots. I think that is gonna be my go-to on things like this. Because like this one's really long and it doesn't need to be this long. I can just, like this short one is perfect. That's not going anywhere. That is not going anywhere. Oh, you have saved me. And probably a few other people too who are in the same situation when we're just not sure what to do. I hate seeing my ends come out. I work so hard to make it as beautiful as possible, and then my ends are popping out. It's just kind of frustrating, and I know I'm not the only person that feels that way. And this one might be a little trickier because this is the sheep one. The weird sheep one that doesn't tell you what it's made out of. So, and I can't seem to find it online. I don't think I'm going to be able to knot that one, but I made these ones quite small, so that's fine. These ones should be good. I can just glue them down. I do have the fabric glue, but from here on out, I think this is going to work for me this way, for this project in particular. Now, these ones are already through. That one's good. That one wasn't like knotted or ran through, but it definitely is going to stay where it is. So that is really neat. Really neat. I do appreciate the feedback so much, and I don't feel I do enough to share that, the thoughts and ideas that people are putting into comments, and I do appreciate them. I do read them, and then sometimes I just like a text message. I had a friend who texted me for my birthday, and I totally did not get back to her for almost 2 weeks. She knows that about me, though. She knows I've seen it. Guaranteed she knows that I saw it. But if I don't answer right away, it's usually because, kids, life, all that stuff just gets so overwhelming at times. And I forget things like that. Scheduled. Oh, gosh. Next endeavor is going to be getting everyone's taxes taken care of, because we're at that time of the year, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff to get done. A lot of moments in the day to get things done, and sometimes I'm just wiped right out, super tired, as I sure a lot of other people are too. We live in a very demanding world, and we have a lot we have to get done. Whether it be housework, responsibilities, pets, kids, family, a lot of obligations. Everybody has them. Alright, we're going to string that one through here. So then the ends are going to be in. Please don't be on the other side. Oh, perfect. Because I accidentally did that already, and I was not very happy with it. So we're going to try to make sure I don't do that again. And this one, because it's longer, I have a little bit I can pull around through some of this yellow, and we're just going to keep to the very back and go through it, up and through, go through that. So I'm splitting the yarn, I guess is the best way of putting it, just to get through it so it's nice and secure. And then we're going to go back this way, that one there, behind, stay behind, and go around that. I'm going to go through that one again. I'm going to go over that a little bit. How about through it? It's probably better. Go through that one. There we go. And we're going to give it one more knot, and that should do it for this one. So they've met each other twice, and a couple knots on it. I'm not going to tighten it to the point where it's like super tight, because I feel like that's going to pull the stitching. So we're just going to do a nice one right there, so there's a little wiggle room. Oh my gosh, Identity, thank you. Identity Quandary, thank you so much for your suggestion. I really appreciate that. I gotta get better at returning messages. I don't even remember last time I messaged anybody, really. Oh yeah, I messaged someone, but it was work related, so that's a bit of a different one. Okay, so I want this one to be nice. We're going to give it some of that. I'm going to go with 2 on this one, because this one feels like it's going to be a little trickier. And we're going to pop that on you. But this is definitely superior to any other technique that I've seen so far. I really do like this. I think this is going to be a more of a go-to for me now. I really, really can't stress enough how thankful I am, because this is one of the things that has made me feel the worst about my whole stitching or crochet and knitting journey, is how to finish it. Just how to make it finished. I want it to be finished, but I want it to stay in good shape and not come apart, not unravel, and not lose the plot, so to speak. Speaking of plot, I did finish the second book in my series, and now I have to wait. I'm excited that she's writing more, but I waited over a year to read them in hopes that it would be closer to one being out. It's alright. It's alright. I do enjoy a good entertaining story. Can't go wrong. having something interesting to listen to or read is always an absolute honor. To live in a world or experience a world that somebody else has made up. It's a unique human experience that I absolutely am there for. Art too. I love art. I love watching other people do things I can't do or can't even fathom doing. Like watching people doing that crazy quilling. Have you ever seen that stuff? What the? Okay, so they got these little pieces of paper and they're taking out their little tweezers and they're making the most intricate folds and pictures and just, oh my goodness, I am absolutely astounded by it and in awe of it. Hats off. Hats off. That is some talent. It's kind of like watching Bob Ross paint. Like, it's just like, he makes it look so effortless. I can't paint like that at all. I love seeing him do it, but I really struggle with that. I am not good at it. I just can't seem to get the right shading and whatnot. But if you want me to do a comic book one, I definitely can do that. Those I can do, but nature is so much more harder for me to get the feel of it right, to get the coloring, to get the textures to look the way they should. Well, that's alright. Not everybody can draw and color and shade a nice comic book picture. They are very complex. A lot of colors to express shapes. Like a lot more shading to them. But I seem to get that no problem. But you want me to paint you a mountaintop? It'll look very, very, very amateur. But I could try it. I haven't painted in a bit. Just been too busy. Alright. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I realize that I probably have moved down a little lower. Sorry about that. So I got this one tied up too. And it's not coming through on the front. I don't feel any knots because they're very, very small. And so far I am extremely happy with this. I think this is going to make this finish up for me a lot quicker than I was anticipating. Because, I mean, nobody wants to do the ends. Nobody wants to weave in ends. I absolutely do not know a single person that enjoys that. Untangling things, sure, I'll do that all day long, but this is a dreaded end of things, which is why some things haven't been finished, because I'm just kind of procrastinating doing something I don't really want to do, which is what I tell my kids not to do. Get it done and get it over with. I know that. I do. I really do. But you don't always put what you know into practice, right? Just because I know it doesn't mean I'm going to follow it every time. Here we are. Got that one going through. I want you to go this way and then come back to meet that one. So we're going to go backwards and forwards. Because I have done a couple things where I knotted everything like this, but not to the point where I split them. Splitting it definitely helps bring down the size of the knots. That is very, very useful to know. So far I am enjoying this technique. I'm going to probably do the rest of the weaving at the ends like this. I also like the little bubbler there that I have for putting my needles in for safety. And so I can take them out of the house once in a while or to the living room. And I don't have to worry about pinching my finger on the broken plastic of the old one. Anyways, thanks for joining me here today at All the Crackers in the Box. And I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope your week is going fantastic. And I'm super glad you joined me today. See you again very soon. Bye!